The fog rolled in so thick that night, it felt like driving through wet concrete. My headlights only reached about 20 feet before vanishing into a pale, endless wall. I had the CB on, more out of habit than anything. Channel 19, crackling softly. The occasional faint hiss of static keeping me company. Then, through the static, I heard it. A voice. Not clear, but human, low, choppy, breaking through the noise like it was coming from underwater. I leaned in, adjusted the squelch. Help! Anyone! Please! I froze. The signal was weak, but the tone wasn't just interference, it was panic. I tried to reply. This is southbound hauler on 94. Come again? Nothing. Just static. Then a different voice, higher and urgent, came through, overlapping the first. They're not gone. They're still. The rest dissolved into white noise. I figured it was just some local kids screwing around on the airwaves, or maybe a skip signal bouncing off the fog. But the deeper I drove into that mist, the louder the voices became. Not clearer, just closer, if that makes sense. Dozens of them, murmuring, pleading, overlapping one another in a tangle of words that didn't belong to any one conversation. And that's when the buildings started to appear. At first, just shapes. Faded storefronts, gas pumps half sunk into the ground, a weather-beaten diner sign swinging in the fog. The map said nothing about a town here. No lights, no movement, just abandoned streets swallowed by mist. The CB hissed and screamed all at once. Help us, please! Truck, don't stop! Don't! Then silence. Everything stopped. The fog thinned as I left the cluster of buildings behind. My radio went dead. Not just quiet, dead. Like someone had yanked the plug. A few miles later, the CB flickered back to life. Crystal clear, empty channel. Next day, I mentioned it to a guy at a diner down the road. He looked at me like he'd heard it all before. You must have gone through Millford. Town washed out in the flood back in '74. Whole place went under in one night. They say you can still hear him on the radio when the fog's thick enough. He smiled, but it didn't reach his eyes. Now, whenever the weather starts to turn and the fog creeps in, I keep the CB off. Some voices on the road, you don't want to hear twice.